Welcome back, everyone, to Pontas Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 16, Episode 5 of Tainted Grail, and we are playing from the Red Death expansion. We are still in the caved-in sewers. We're trying to find a way underneath the red wall. We were following the Dance Macabre, trying to get through the red wall in our last season play. The red gate opened. The procession was going through. We tried to hide in the procession until we saw what the procession was carrying. It was a mummified version of ourselves, covered in gold and jewels. And the shock of this moment, the procession went through, the gates slammed shut. We went back to the plaza, explored some tunnels, and now we're in the caved-in sewers trying to find egress out into the other side of the red wall. So let's go back into this section, the caved-in sewers. It says, the sewers of Lower City were narrow in the heyday. Let's jump in and try to find verse 1. The maze makes your head spin. Adding the number, roll the dice and add the canal rat status to that. So we're going to go to verse 4. If you don't have secret card 117, I think we do have 117. Yes, we have it now. Otherwise, read on. You know the secrets well. Move to the sewers under the upper district. Some of the tall old canals seem to wind westward, past the wall and the red gate. Go to verse 2. We've got the lay of the land. Part 5 status. Lay of the land. Part 5 status. We have that. If we have lay of the land, part 5 status, go to verse 5. The place looks nothing like the low, decrepit tunnels of the lower canals. You must have gone beyond the wall. Excited beyond measure, you take the first exit you can find. Okay, this is looking exciting. So it looks like we might be able to come out on the other side. 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. So we are coming out the other side, potentially. What did I do wrong? 6, 6, 1, 5. 6, 1, 5. Place the splendid mausoleum, location 431, on the table and attach. Okay, so we're gonna find the splendid mausoleum 431. 431. We've got the splendid mausoleum. Then locations 430 and 432 are also there. Okay, so it says remove the caved-in sewers card. All right, we remove the caved-in sewers. We place the splendid mausoleum on the table, and we place the upper plaza 430 and the waterworks 432. Now you notice how these cards look like splendid Kanlan. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of time distortion thing as usual. There was space distortion in Fall of Avalon. Now we're having time distortion in the Red Death. Let's see. Ooh, sorry, guys. 431. Okay, so it says discard the caved-in sewers and read on. Your hand raises involuntarily, sheltering you from the searing light. A cool sea breeze tugs at your clothes, soaked with the stench of the canals. There's something towering above you, shimmering in the bright sunlight. You straighten your back and curse the weakness of your eyes, greedily taking in every detail as it emerges from the haze. There's a mausoleum in front of you, with a tall tower and 2 reflecting pools flanking its entrance. The walls of pale marble are lined with gold. A heavy red banner hangs over the entrance. Soon you are able to read the ornate inscriptions over the entrance arch. Its letters are as tall as a man. Here lies Arthur, the king who returned, savior of Camlan, founder of the Red Empire. Your knees almost give way under the sheer impossibility of everything you see before you. Congratulations. You've completed Chapter 3 of the Red Death campaign. Each character gains 2 experience points. 2, 2, and 2. Okay. And we lose 2 miasma. So we're still high miasma, but we're on level 2 now. Discard your event deck and active quest pile. Okay. Shuffle the random event cards back into the deck. So random event cards get shuffled. Either save your game or draw Chapter 4 setup card and follow what happens next. So we've gotten this set up. The Splendid Mausoleum is set up. Can we just jump in quickly into Chapter 4? Let's just do the preview of Chapter 4 with a setup here. It says, prepare the event deck. Find all the parts of Chapter 4. Stack them and now find the following card. Encounters for this card. Place the Plague Beast Gray encounter at the highest number card. So we're going to put the Plague Beast back on the board. This is a character that we've encountered before. The Plague Beast, we're going to place him in the highest numbered encounter space. The Plague Beast will go into the Waterworks. And it also says, you are now ready to start Chapter 4 of the Red Death. Discard this card and open Chapter 4. So let's just read into this. We can just check out the preview of this. Place this card on top of the active quest pile. Your initial scouting reveals the upper city is full of long-abandoned townhouses, not unlike the merchant district you saw before. 2 structures stand before you. The ones that stand out are the stunning mausoleum and a strange cube of white stone. If you're to learn what happened here and what this insane procession of the dead, you'll need to explore these places. Quest, enter the splendid mausoleum and the impenetrable domicile of the inner city. Okay, plus special event on top. And let's place our random event cards as well. Okay, so let's jump in and do a quick exploration of our Splendid Mausoleum. So we're at the Splendid Mausoleum 431. Uh, 431, Splendid Mausoleum. Okay, one of the levers hangs loose. Oh, wait, sorry. Splendid Mausoleum. As you stand at this monumental building, if you decipher the inscription right, it's the tomb of King Arthur. Rearing onyx horses watch over the staircase leading to the tall entrance adorned with golden ornaments. You enter passing red tattered banners. The giant hall is more impressive from the inside. Frescoes depicting Arthur's deeds cover the walls. Rebuilding Canlan. Pushing the Picts back, finally fighting stocky hairy beasts, helping the people of the city with his own hands. The silhouettes of the enemies in the frescoes are often inlaid with rust. Arthur's subjects with brass and Arthur himself with gold. When you avert your eyes from the glory, you see an open gate before you leading deeper into the tomb. An entrance into a tunnel once hidden in the wall to your left, but now the section is slightly ajar. There's strange tracks going around. Go to the hidden tunnel. Enter through the gate. Why don't we just go through the gate first, right? Verse 17. Let's go to verse 17. You enter a tiny room. It's not as beautiful as the hall, but it's still astonishing. Golden candelabras stand out under faded paintings. Once they lit the scenes of a coronation and a duel between a king and a knight in white armor. Next to the door opposite the gate, there is a stone bowl full of dried out blood. There are also doors leading to the left and to the right. Open the door in front of you. Open the left door. Return to the start of this location and make another choice. Let's go ahead and open the door in front of us. Go to verse 6. A block covered with iron spikes lies behind the door. It was once hanging from the ceiling and waiting for a poor soul to fall on his head. There's no one else in the tiny room. If you have the first contact 1, go to verse 7, otherwise go to verse 3. On the inner side of the door, someone drew a skull with blood. Go back to verse 17. So let's open the door on the left now instead. Open the door to the left. You're in a small room with a relief depicting an armored man with a great helm. There are 3 levers in the relief, one with a brassy knob. Pull the levers or leave the room. Let's pull the levers. We can do brass, iron, or without a knob. Choose the first lever to pull and place it down in the first slot. So we're going to do brass. Let's do brass. And then we'll do iron. Is 4, 2, 5. We'll do brass. We'll do it in the order that they have. So we'll go to 4, 2, 5. When you pull the last lever, you feel a draft of stale air on your face, and you choke on a strange powder. You are dizzy for a moment, but in the end, nothing happens. It's as if some kind of poison must have expired. Each member gains 1 terror. Go to verse 13 of the Splendid Mausoleum. Okay, verse 13 of the Splendid Mausoleum. You're in the small room with a relief depicting the armored man. We're going to pull the levers again. Okay. I guess we can... go back to the start of the hall and exploration ends. Okay, so the exploration ends at that. Let's wrap it up for this round. We can come back to the mausoleum and continue our exploration in this room. Guys, thank you for watching. Quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, and now the new series that's come out are Exploration of Lovecraft's Dreamlands, The Alchemical Courtship of the Dreamlands. Volume 1 is Aim Aimless, Aim Vicious. You can see Celloface, Spired Celloface on that, King Karanis' city. The follow-up, Volume 2, Hope's Home and Hysteria's Heart, featuring some Dalathlene, Iron Dome Dalathlene, the Crimson Princess of the Pantheon of Dalathlene. And then finally, Volume 3 coming out later this year, The Stubborn Devotion, Inventing and Forgiving, exploring Hypnos as the Red King and Hypnos' betrothal to the White Queen, formerly of the Court of Love. You can go check those out in the bookstore description. You can also go check out our Patreon for as little as $1. You can stay on top of our Song of Ice and Fire gameplay, miniature painting, Joan of Arc, Cthulhu Death May Die, and the other games. Go check them out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next round. Bye-bye.